Dave knows how.
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Got a little video for you guys. Kind of wanted to show this. This is something that I talked about in a past video and actually went on and did it. I welded a Harbor Freight quick hitch for a rear of a tractor to a front end loader quick hitch plate. And I'm going to use this now to move some trailers around. I got my trailer moving attachment that I normally put on the back of the 3-point. I now got it on the front because I got my finish mower on the back. And I'm doing a little bit of mowing. Well, I got this trailer down here. You can see all the grass growed up around it. This is my car trailer. And the car trailer is not something I use a whole lot, but when I need it, it's nice to have it. So we're just gonna hook him up. So now we got that out of the way, we can go ahead and just cut this grass on down. This, I think it's the second time that I've cut this year. It's been really dry. As you can see, by all the dust flying. Just really incredibly dry. About the last, I don't know, 20, 30 days. So the grass isn't really growing that fast, but it was right tall right there where that trailer was. Now this other trailer, I hadn't been long parked it down here. So it's not real bad right there, but we'll go ahead and cut that too. I think this was actually a good idea. Because it gives me a way to move these trailers when I got the mower on the back. And I mean, it beats the way I was doing it before. I'd move all the trailers and then put the mower on and then cut, and then take the mower off and put all the trailers back. But that meant I had to move them all out on the street, on the driveway or somewhere like that, you know. While I cut the grass, I couldn't just move it to a spot where the grass was already cut, you know. But with this thing on here, now I can, you know, cut a little spot and move the trailer to where I cut the grass at, and then go ahead and cut the grass where the trailer was at, and then put it back. So it works pretty good. One thing I don't like about it is visibility is nearly zero. You cannot see that ball down there. I may have to rig up some type of mirror to put on there so that I can see it from the tractor seat. You know, figure out something, you know, maybe get some of them tennis ball things on the doohickey and line those up, I don't know. Something like that to make it easier, because it's you can't see it, so all you can do is get it close, and you know you have to pick the trailer up by hand, you know, pretty much. So if you got some weight on the trailer, not gonna work anyway. But honestly, I doubt I would be moving any trailers that had a lot of weight on it with the front end loader. I just don't think that's a good idea. Front end loader is, you know, it's sticking out there, and them loader arms are fragile at best. You know, I wouldn't want to pick up a trailer with the front end loader that was really heavy, like a big RV trailer or something like that, you know, or, you know, equipment trailer with a piece of equipment on it. You know, I might remove the equipment trailer empty, but, you know, I wouldn't want to move a trailer that was fully loaded, you know, with a lot of heavy stuff, you know. I just don't think it's a good idea. Look how dusty it is, man. It is really dusty. I'm like, man, I can't wait to turn this mower off, because I was about to choke to death. I tell you, that little trailer right there has been a handy little trailer. That thing was an old pop-up camper, and the camper wasn't no good, so gutted it out all the way down to the floor, took the floor out and put these sides on it. And I'll tell you what, man, that's one of the best little trailers I've ever had. Riding lawnmower fit right up in there just fine. It's low to the ground. It tows really nice. It's just a great little utility trailer. If you can come across one, you ought to pick one up. So here's another view. We're going to go ahead and take this thing off in front of here and kind of get an idea what it looks like. I got my 3-way ball in this receiver so I can move any size trailer I want to. Normally that just goes right on the back of the tractor. So I'll set that off to the side. I didn't put any kickstand or anything on this front attachment plate, and it actually doesn't seem like it needs one. I mean, I've had an occasion where it has fallen over, but it doesn't weigh that much that you can't just set it back up. But I mean, as you can see, I took it right off. It's just standing on its own. And it's not balling, nothing, it's not falling over. And I'm gonna get the bucket on here now, and come over here and get this mower off. We're gonna drop this mower off and put another implement on the back of here. All right, so we're gonna back up over here and get one of my favorite implements, the old box blade. If you haven't had a chance to look at my video series on using a box blade, it's definitely worth taking a look at. There's a lot of great information over there that will really get you started in the right direction. And even for some of you seasoned veterans that have been doing this for a long time, you'd be surprised what you could actually pick up from those videos. It just, I'll be perfectly honest with you, when I made those videos, I actually learned something myself. So, you know, you're never too old to learn. You've never been doing this too long that you can't learn. So now we've got the box blade in a neutral position. So if you've watched my videos over there, you know what that means. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna skim a little bit off the top over here. Knock down some of these little saplings, clear us off a little place so that we can do a little bit of loader work. We gotta move a little pile of dirt. And we're gonna set this pile of dirt. You can see the dirt over on the right-hand side of the screen got some vegetation growing up on it. We're gonna move that pile of dirt right over here to this spot, kind of get it out of the way because it's kind of in the way when I cut the grass. We're not trying to dig down too deep. We're just trying to skim off the top. Get some of these leaves out of the way, knock those saplings down, and just make us a clean spot to store that dirt. All right, so let's get on to moving some dirt. Do a little bit of loader work over here. All right, so now that we got most of that dirt moved over there, we got a little bit of stuff laying around here on the ground. We need to lay that, get that leveled out a little bit and just get up that last little bit that's down there. And we got the box blade in neutral position. We're mainly controlling it with the 3-point lift system. As you can see right there, we kind of went down just a little bit too deep, and that does happen from time to time. So you really have to be kind of on the alert and ready to raise your 3-point on up. But that's all right. We're going to fix that here in just a few minutes. We're going to show how not to back drag with a front end loader. And just a little bit. So we're just kind of, scraping over and leveling out where this pile of dirt used to be. And just kind of pushing it up into the new location where it's going to be stored. Now where we've got that low spot right there, we went down a little too deep, we're going to go ahead on up this hill, grab us some dirt and fill that on in. And we're working with their 3-point lift, bumping it up just a little bit so we can feather this on out. And this is how I back drag with the front end loader. I don't. If at all possible, I avoid back dragging with the front end loader. And about the only time I do back drag with the front end loader is if I've got the backhoe on the tractor. And it's just gonna take, too much effort to take the backhoe off and put the box blade on there. But if at all possible, I avoid back dragging with the front end loader. I try to use the box blade for that. Now right here, we've got the top link extended fully. We're using the 3-point lift system to raise and lower the box blade when we get to the end of our run, lower it when we get to the beginning of our run, so that we can back drag this out and make it nice and smooth. I'm gonna grab a little bit more dirt off this hill. Notice we're slowing down our travel speed. Raising that 3-point just a little bit so that we can drop some material and just kind of feather it out. You notice we raised up that front end loader. And you always want to keep your front end loader down as low as you can when you're working. But in the situation I'm in right here, I'm on very flat ground. And I'm trying to avoid hitting an implement that's parked right there to the right of the screen. Now, right here, I'm using the box blade a little bit differently. I'm not using the 3-point lift to lift the box blade up. Instead, I'm using the hydraulic top link And I'm just extending that top link down. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use that top link, extend it out to lower the box blade down, and we've got the 3-point set high enough so that the back edge of that box blade is just touching the ground. And that's simulating back dragging in the float position with the front end loader. It's the exact same thing, only it's better, because the cutting edge on that box blade is a whole lot thicker than that front end loader is. And that's what it's made to do. And now you can kind of see what the finished product looks like. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.